Never say never. Rap fucks, putrid, never say never. Not too fucking clever. I'll pull the fucking lever. If you got problems, bottle don't solve them. Any problems, be a man, solve them. Look at the weather, better stay together. Camaraderie, solidarity, life don't last forever. Gotta make the best of the bad situation, and except for female penetration. If you're fucking faking, I'm gonna be blatant. Fuck the fucking bacon. If they're fucking waiting, how come you always waiting? The fucking cheese and wine roof. I think you're fucking taking. Stop your perpetrating. You believe your own lies and stop lying, stop telling. Go back to 7-Eleven. Stop fucking rebelling. Get out of the business. You're not fucking legit, miss. If you didn't live it, you can't fucking spin it. Stop being fake. Cement shoes on the fucking lake. Boxing like assassins. Fuck with us. Fatal attractions. New York Kelly. Gotta live with it. Watch the Metropolitan. We're on again. Bobby Nizzo, Lebanon, Don Shern, Dickie Scans, get on the mic and tell them we don't like them. Never say never. Ambitious, bad decisions, many incisions, ultimate visions. Stop your bitches, stop your snitching. I'm like Grandizer, I'm much fucking wiser.
It ain't happening, it ain't going down like that. Nah, that ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. Nah, that ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. It ain't going down like that. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. It ain't going down like that.
I was out to be surrounded by cloud sound of well, you and me. I was bound to be palms together, I swear. The Shakespeare of pure hip-hop poetry. If my face wasn't on the cover, who would believe it is me? Picture being able to topple a rhyme. Deacon my opponents as I climb. Dealing with this industry slime. Finding my rock mind and losing it to this clock flying. Don't put a period at the end of my rhyme. My conversation is an exclamation funnel in time. If I pummel, it's not over. If I get pummeled, I'll do a chin up and never roll over. I'm in an all-terrain territory. I sever the axe, never say never. I'm too clever. In fact, I'll wrap it up and keep it all intact. Crack leather to smooth silk, I'm always bringing it back. Shackle me to my raps, never say never.
It ain't happening, it ain't going down like that. Nah, that ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. Nah, that ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. It ain't going down like that. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. It ain't going down like that.
Till I got blisters, heartbeat, whispers, never got girls, I ain't got sisters. The block got sniffers calling it cell. Some calling it fun, but I'm calling it hell. Eating is decreasing, credits no leasing. Everyone I'm talking to don't wanna listen. I just wanna glisten, I'm calling it quits. Move from home to home like all over twists. Fuck North Pine Street, I just wanna find trees. Smoke with a dime piece and fuck when we Chinese. They see me on the block, they know I don't play. Plus I'm chasing that cheesy cheese every day. I'm not gonna trip out, when the night flip out. But if one of y'all said it, I will let this clip out and pop at your brain. I'm hot in the rain since chopping the cane. No, I've not been the same.
It ain't happening, it ain't going down like that. Nah, that ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. Nah, that ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. It ain't going down like that. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't going down. It ain't going down like that.
It ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. Bosses like that, you rip it. Lebanon, Pole. Sure. God bless you. Kick your skin like you know. Come up.
Hi, yo. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, people across the world. AJ, what's happening, brother? Northeast Beast, you savage, you. Hope everyone's good. We got UFC Fight Night. UFC Fight Night, Vettori versus Cannonier. I mean, every fight on this card looks a lot better than the fights on pay-per-view. strange, but it's all good. Hold on, let me do something. No. Oh yeah. Do that. Bang. Boom. Okay, let's go over this card. AJ, hope everything's good. I hope everyone's good out there. Everybody. All right, we got Vettori versus Cannonier. I'm leaning Cannonier in this one just right now. That's just now. We'll see what happens. Hold on. You know. Here we go. I think. Yep. Here we go. Okay. We got Bukaskas versus Zach Puega. I'm leaning Zach Puega on this fight. I'm not gonna make my final prediction until Friday, but Savaging picks or Thursday. Yeah, I'm definitely not giving my picks on a Tuesday. I gotta wait till I see what happens during the week, and hopefully we get all 13 of these fights. I'm pretty sure it's 13. Probably end up with 12 or 11, but I hope we get all 13. But yeah, but I'm leaning on Zach Puega right now. Plus 140 for Zach Puega, minus 165 for Bukaskas from Lithuania. And most Tapology, shout out to Tapology, 83%. I like Underdog City here. I like that Colorado, training in the high elevations. I don't know. I just like people cardio. 4-1 in his last 5. 3-2 in his last 5. 3 wins in a row. 1 win in a row. I'll go over all this stuff Thursday. Hold on. Oh yeah, so plus 140 for Puega, the Ripper, and minus 165. That could change a lot by Saturday and will change. I'm pretty sure of it. Another prelim, Ronnie Lawrence versus Daniel Aguata. I'm leaning Daniel here, the determined. I believe you're determined, dude. 9-1, 4-1 in his last 5, plus 125. 4-1 for Ronnie Lawrence, the heel, minus 150. We will see here. This could change. A lot of them could change. Tapology got a 74% for Lawrence and 26% for Agueta. We shall soon see Saturday. Prelims. So after the prelims, I'll go into the comments. If there's comments, I will always answer. See at the bottom, I will not skip anybody. It just ain't happening. Teresa Bleda versus Gabriela Fernandez. I like Bleda in this one, but I could lean to Fernandez by the end of the week. We'll see what happens. They're both 4-1 in the last 5, 6-1 for Bleda, minus 275. 4-1 for Fernandez, 8-2, 6-1, plus 220. Lost her last fight, and so did Bleda. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'll light one up. This fight actually might be good because both these ladies put on pressure. I know one of them does for sure, and I'm pretty sure the other one does too. See, I still got to do film. Sorry. Even though I've seen all these people fight.
I like looking back a couple fights, like 3 fights or whatever. See how much they've, evolved over those last 3 fights. Believe it or not, like some mixed martial artists, the real, well-rounded ones get better and better and better. Get better and better and better. That's what you're supposed to do anyways. Felipe Bunez versus Zhumagalulov. Zhumagalov. Brother, I know your last name. I know it's like a 1-word last name, but I'm doing it in syllables. Zhumagalulov. If I'm messing up your name, brother, I'll let you punch me in the fucking gut as hard as you can, all right? A 125er, probably a 155er when you're walking around, 160. I can handle a fucking heavyweights. I can handle yours, brother. If you're that mad, I'll give you a free shot. Let me see. Plus 130 for Bunez, Felipe, and for Zalgas. Minus 160. He's 1-4 in his last 5. 3-2 in his last 5 for Bunez. 1-4 for Zalgas. Now, I was already checking out, these fights anyways, but I think there's a reason. A 1-4, pretty good mixed martial artist. Even with that record, he's still good. He can fight, no doubt about it. I think his fights were all versus. I think they were all versus pretty really. Let me see here. His last loss was 6 months ago. Charles Johnson, split decision. Jeff Molina lost on a split decision. Manel Cape, KO, TKO punches lost 1 year, 6 months ago. He beat Jerome Rivera, submission, standing guillotine choke. That's a pretty good fucking choke standing. 1 year, 11 months ago. And Amir Albazi, he lost him in a unanimous decision. So, obviously, he wasn't putting pressure on. I think he's still got a bright career in the UFC or anywhere he goes. I think he's a really good fighter. Don't let the record fool you on this one, people. Who the hell was I leaning with? I'm actually leaning with him, even with the 1-4 in his last 5 fights. But I don't like the 14-8 record, even though he's fought a lot of over average competition. It's gonna be a tough one to call end of the week, but that's a good fight. There's some good fights on this card. Like almost every fight's good. Charles Johnson. This guy's last win. Boons. He beat Yuma Haruchi. KO, TKO, punch to ground and pound in the LFA. So this is his first UFC fight. And that was the reason right there. Not because LFA sucks or anything. I don't. Because we have a lot of LFA champs that come out of LFA and come in the UFC and do very well. But sometimes it's overwhelming for them, you know what I mean? For their first fight or whatever. So I'm just leaning that way. It doesn't mean I'm going that way, you know what I mean? I got to make up for last week's 4-11 disaster. Carlos Hernandez versus Dennis Bonda. Psycho. The Psycho. I like it. 1-4, 16-4, plus 110, minus 135. I'm sorry, 4-1. 4-1, plus 135 for Hernandez. 8-2. I'm leaning Hernandez here, but this could change. at the end of the week easily. People in Ukraine and Russia are going through a lot of shit right now, so they're worried about their family. Like, there's a lot of things. I can imagine what's going through their minds. So I don't like fighters going into fights when their mind's not clear and flowing in a flow state and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? But it could also work to their advantage. Anger could work to your advantage if you let it. If you have patience with your anger, you use it when you need it. You use it for good reasons, training, all kinds of stuff. I think this is the last fight on the preliminaries. Let me see. Oh, we got a couple preliminaries here. Okay. Yep. Okay. Ho Kang versus Christian Quinones. Christian Problema minus 175, 18-3. Minus 175. 5-0 in his last 5. So that means you got to look at these numbers sometimes because numbers don't lie. 18-3. So he was 13-3 before he's rang up these last 5 wins. You know, not bad. He beat Khalid Taha with a TKO 8 months ago. Right hook to ground strikes. Hammer fist. And Dana White Contender Series won last year, or the 1 year 7 months ago. So it was over a year ago. I'm pretty sure Dana White Contender Series starts in August. Minus 175. And Ho Kang plus 150. 4-1 in his last 5. 18-9. That's like 9 wins more than losses. And, we all know that MMA, it really doesn't matter how many losses you have. It matters how many you have in a row for the most part. But look at Charles Oliveira. He started 1-4 in the UFC. I'm pretty sure from what I remember. And look at what he did, Light switch. Boom. Went off his head. And just started killing shit. It's all a mindset. But I'm leaning towards Ho Kang here, even though I know my South Korean and Asian people don't have that greater wrestling pedigree. But if you got takedown defense and you know how to sprawl, you know how to, maintain your balance, you can do a lot of good. And I like this kid for some reason. I just do. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens Thursday as the week goes on. After I do a little bit more film study. Jimmy Flick versus Alessandro Costa. 12-3 for Costa. 4-1 in his last 5. Lost his last fight. Both of these guys did. Flick too. Minus 240 for Costa. 16-6 for Jimmy Flick. The Brick. Plus 190. Are you from the bricks or the sticks, Jimmy Flick? I don't know. Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Oh, you definitely ain't from the bricks. Plus 190, I'm pretty sure. Make sure that's correct. Yeah, plus 190. That's just today's lines. That could change. And there's a reason. They both got lost. So Jimmy Flick got knocked out by Charles Johnson 3 months ago. 3 months, 3 weeks ago. I don't like guys that come and fight less than 6 months after they got knocked out. They're still concussed. Amir Abazi knocked out uppercut to ground punches on Costa too 5 months ago, 3 weeks ago. So I'm usually at that 6 month rule or something like that. They both coming off knockouts, 3 months and 5 and less than 6 months. Both from 5 months and 3 months or whatever it is. So it's hard. It's hard to take people that have been knocked out in their last fight. They're both going to be gun shy. Either that or they're going to come out banging. And Whoever gets a chin touch first, I guess, is going out. From 125 is to, yeah, this is a tough one to pick. But a lot of people in, let me see, 78%. Tapology likes Costa. I like Costa too right now. That's why his picture's highlighted. We'll see what happens. Rayoni Barcelos versus Miles Johns. This should be a great fight right there. I'm leaning Miles Johns right now. 3-2 in his last 5. 13-2. Plus 190. Live dog, in my opinion. And 29 versus 36-year-old. Barcelos, 17-4. 2-3 in his last 5 losses last fight. Johns won his last fight. Actually, Miles John looked good in his last fight from what I remember. I watched so many fights. I watched a lot of Miles John's fights, and I can't remember his last fight. Vince Morales. Unanimous decision 5 months, 3 weeks ago. That was a good fight. People thought it could have went the other way. Umar Nurmagomedov, left hook KO, left hook from 4 months ago, 4 months, 3 weeks ago. That's why Barcelos lost. Don't worry about it. A lot of people are going to lose to Umar. I think everyone at 135. He's going to be a hard man to beat. Miles Johns, keep training like a savage. Both of you, Barcelos, keep training like savages. Damn, Umar's a problem. Wait till you see that motherfucker fight, man. Talk about elite kickboxing, elite Muay Thai, elite wrestling. I mean, he doesn't even use his wrestling, Umar. He uses it if he needs to. That's the only time he'll use it. He's always striking. I think he's better than Khabib, and Usman's better than Khabib. All of them. Usman and his cousins. I mean, Usman and Umar. I think they're the elite of the elite in Dagestan. Okay, so we got main card. Let me make sure there's yo, Idaho and AJ. Yo. Good to see us. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, you too, AJ. Obviously, I think I already said that anyways. Idaho, thanks for the text the other day, bro. It's always welcome. I don't even I'm just trying to do the best job I can, bro. Get a 0.1% better every time. That's all. I'm not trying to be a superhero, but coming from somebody that I respect and I know knows fighting pretty well. Knowledgeable. It's a compliment. I appreciate it. Thanks, brother. I appreciate it, brother. You could join in Thursday if you want, whatever you want to do, or Friday, whatever. I think Jay's coming on Thursday in his normal seat. You're more than welcome to join us, bro. I know he likes you. So this one right here, Nicholas Dalby versus Muslim Selakevov. I'm sorry if I'm hacking your last name, bro. I know your last name. I'm just I always have a problem with certain Russian names and certain Asian names. But it's no disrespect to any of yous. But I'm definitely not scared to fucking death. I can tell you that. The king of Kung Fu. Yeah, this kid's a fucking problem. I remember watching him. 19-3 for Muslim. 4-1 in his last 5 fights. 19-3, good record. Minus 200 favorite. In Dalby. I'm leaning Dalby right now, but this could change Thursday. All these picks could change. I'm just telling you who I'm leaning towards. That's it. No method, no round. It's just what I see so far. Plus 170 live dog, in my opinion, because of the reach factor. 4.5-inch reach. In Denmark, those people are wild over there. That's where some of my favorite kickboxers come from is the Netherlands and that area, Denmark, all those areas. Western Europe, you know what I mean? There's some wild motherfuckers over there, like here in America. So I'm leaning Dalby, but Muslim is a bad motherfucker too. This should be a fucking banging fight right there, this main card. Yeah, all these fights are good. Okay, Nicholas Mota versus Manuel Torres. Minus 165. Torres. 4-1 in his last 5. 13-2. Ranked 71st. Lightweight worldwide. Mota versus ranked 80th. Lightweight worldwide. 13-4. So 17 fights. He's 13-4. 15 fights. He's 13-2. 4-1 for him too in his last 5. Plus 135. I'm leaning Torres because of the 2.5-inch reach advantage, and they're both good scrappers. And I love Brazil. I love Mexico. I love both. But I gotta be honest. I'm not biased, but I gotta be brutally honest. I love my Mexican fighters with heart, and I'm taking Yair Rodriguez over Volkanovski, not because I don't respect Volkanovski, not that I just, people think people are I don't know. If you bleed, you could lose. And only one that I feel can't lose right now is John Jones. John Jones. Uma, I don't think he's going to lose. Charles probably has a chance. I'd like to see Gaethje make a run. I really would like to see Gaethje make a run. That fucking divisions, all these divisions are stacked. I think me and Idaho were talking about this. Yeah, these divisions are stacked. 155, 145, 135. It's just the top 15 in every one of those divisions is stacked with fucking dogs, rabid dogs that just want to destroy you in there. Not only that, after the top 15, it's like top 50 in each one of those divisions. There's new guys coming in every year, and there's new guys already there. You know what I mean? They're just going to break into the top 15. That's it. But a lot of people got Torres in this one right now. But that'll be a lot different numbers. Those are today's numbers. Plus 135 for Mota, and Torres. El Loco, El Crazy. Mera. Calron, Maricon. 28 versus 30. Both in their primes. Extreme Couture for Mota. Delinquents MMA. I like that, huh? What's that? Where all the juvie people go? Instead of going to juvie, you go to fucking the gym and fucking get your anger out there. I like it. I wish they would have had that when I was fucking going in and out of juvie. But I wasn't really in and out of juvie about 3-4 times. It wasn't a lot. I think the longest I did was 4 months, and it was in a program after going to juvie, for a week or two. You want to go to a 4-month program? It's a pretty good program. And it was a good program. Outside in the woods. All right. In card, Pat Sabatini versus Lucas Almeida. Sabatini did not look good in his last fight, and he's a favorite in this fight so far. He's from Philly. Any guy from Philly that doesn't got hands, superior hands, or better than average hands, it worries me. But he's a great fucking grappler, great wrestler, and he could turn it all around right here. I like this kid. Don't get me wrong. I really do. I just Almeida's more well-rounded. 4-1, 14-1 for Almeida. Ranked 51st featherweight. Plus 155. 4-1. All right, we got 4-1 for Sabatini. His last fight, he lost. He got KO'd, ground and pound by Damon Jackson. 8 months, 3 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Yeah, but Almeida won his last 2 fights. Yeah, before he lost them 1-2, but that's in jungle fight. But Mike Trezano, he beat in a KO, TKO, left hook to ground strikes 11 months, 3 weeks ago. Trezano was 9-1 at the time. So that's a good one for him. 32 years old in his prime. 70, got a 1-inch reach advantage. 65% of Tapology got Sabatini. And Almeida, 35%. This is more like a 50-50 fight in my opinion, but hey, people have their own opinions, you know what I mean? People that go on the Tapology and just pick favorites, they're lazy people, and you know what? It's probably a safe thing to do, you know, but Vegas, every card I see flaws in Vegas's picks every single time. And maybe it's just meant to be that way. I'm not sure. I'm not positively sure. But whatever they do, they know what the fuck they're doing. I know that because they always make money. We got my Armenian fucking brother here. Amen. Christian Leroy Duncan versus Armin Petrosian. I like Armin a lot. Superman. I 3-2 in his last 5, 7-2, ranked 44th. I thought he was ranked a lot higher than that. Better. 32 years old in his prime, plus 130 underdog. But Christian Leroy Duncan, I like this guy. I think he's got nothing but going up. A big middleweight, tall. What is he? Oh, 6'2". 6'2" is fucking pretty tall. That's a good weight, especially for a fighter. 79-inch reach. Now this is what scares me here. Doesn't scare me. I'm saying it should scare bettors. Anyone that's betting out there, you know what I mean? 8.5-inch reach. I mean, it's a pretty big reach. Minus 155. I'm shocked he's not. Well, Petrosian is a fucking savage though. So, you know, you get inside, and my Armenian people, man, they have that fucking temper like I do. I get it. 3-2, they're some wild people. And so are English people. You know, it doesn't matter where you're from, it's where you're at, but I would say it's where you're from too. I mean, you could be a great fighter and be from anywhere too. So that's the thing I'm saying. It could go either way, but most people know where, you know, like Dagestan, everyone knows fucking savages come out of there. You know what I mean? It's just really true. Certain places, Mexico, Brazil, Australia, you know, New Zealand, we know places, England, America, Mexico, Canada, we know what, you know, Italy, Ireland, you know, Germany, Poland, we know, you know, China, Japan, Thailand, fucking Africa, all over the place. Every freaking country, there's tough people. That's why I can't stand people that play the race card and talk shit about other people, other colors, all that shit. It bothers me because I know there's shitbags in every color, in every culture, but there's really good people in every culture. So you got to celebrate the good people, man. You know what I mean? You can't be saying because of the color of someone's skin or what the fuck they believe in or anything. Hey, it's what the fuck they believe in. You know? And not fucking bitching about what y'all believing in. So, and I'm not talking to anybody in specifically. Yeah, it's just quote unquote, you know, put yourself in people's shoes, and you can't be judging nobody unless you're a real judge or you're God or a God, you know, because I believe there are gods. You know what I mean? I really believe that. Yeah, and I believe there's aliens. Yeah, absolutely. The fucking solar system, the universe, and all the other universes. I mean, come on. Of course, we're not the only living things. There's probably people at the end of the galaxy that are fucking 2,000 years ahead of us with technology, fucking laughing at us. But our technology is getting better every fucking day, people. Yeah, I think technology is going to be a good thing for everybody. I mean, it's going to have its flaws, like with anything else. Anything else that is good, there's always bad. It's like there's good, there's evil. That's what George Lucas was trying to show me. And like at 7 years old, 8 years old, when I seen the first Star Wars when it first came out. It wasn't called A New Hope either. It was just called Star Wars. It's about good and evil, and people manipulating. Master manipulators, and that's what the Sith Lords are. Master manipulators. And basically, what's it called? I can relate to the dark side because I've been there. I've been in that dark place. Yeah, these are some good fights. Petrosian. I'm gonna lean Petrosian, and I might stay with Petrosian in this fight. To be honest, certain fighters, I just know what they're made of. But you know what? Let me take one more look at this fight real quick. Petrosian. I just want to see. All right, he beat AJ Dobson. He was 6-0 in a unanimous decision 7 months ago. Dobson can fight. He lost to Barallo, who was 11-1, 10-1 at the time. Unanimous decision. Yeah, I know he doesn't get that power in his hands, but he did head kick the ground strikes Kolev on Dana White Contender Series 2 years ago, 1 year, 7 months ago. So, yeah. I mean, Hassan Yousefi's in Bellator or the UFC, one or the other. He's definitely a name, or it might be his brother or his cousins or his uncle or nephew or whatever the fuck. That's a name. Keep an eye out for that name. 7-3-1. I don't know if he's in Bellator or One or Risen. I know I've seen that kid's name somewhere, or he's in. Obviously, I think he's in the UFC. I'm pretty sure though. 1 year, 11 months ago, Petrosian beat him or TKO punches 7-3-1. He was 7-2 at that time. Then he beat Kolev in the contender. So he does get power. It's all about technique, really, and your talk. But if you're winning unanimous decisions, and we all know the fucking judges ain't perfect, but that means you put the pace on and you could hang with anybody. You know what I mean? That means you could hang with anybody. Yeah, that 8. Yeah, that 8 fucking inch reach, man. That should scare everybody. Take a Petrosian, but I think he's smart enough. His IQ's good enough. We'll see what happens. Okay, the co-main event here. We got Amin Tsaroukian versus Joaquim Silva. Nato BJJ. I'm not gonna try to fucking say his AKA because I don't want to fuck it up. 19-3 for Amin Tsaroukian. Tsaroukian. Number 8 in the top 10, 19-3. He's 4-1 in his last 5, minus 1,000 for my other Armenian brother. Fighting out of Krasnodar, Russia. You got the 3.5 inch reach advantage. I'm leaning him. I'm leaning his way. But look at this savage over here. 2-3 in his last 5, but he won his last fight. You know what? I might as well check this out because it is the co-main. I'll check out prelims too. I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to give you people the best I could give you. So you better. So Silva beat. He had a KO, TKO, flying knee, and punches his last fight versus Jesse Ronson, who was 21-10 at the time. 8 months, 1 week ago, might have been 21-9. Flying knee and punches 8 months ago, 1 week ago. 8 months, 1 week ago. Plus 650. Put a couple bucks on him. Put a couple bucks. Minus 1,000 for Armin. The Armenian's fucking. What the fuck is his AKA? Ahal Kal La Caskets. I think it means put motherfuckers in caskets. Stack those bodies up, motherfucker. For his last fight, 5 months, 3 weeks ago, was Damir Ismagulov, 24-0 at the time. Now he's 24-1 because of that loss. Unanimous decision. And to get that on a guy like him, you got to be good. And minus 1,000. This guy's a pro. He lost to Gamrot, who was 20-1 because he lost to Dariush. Gamrot's young though, but he lost to Gamrot. Minus 1,000, huh? Okay, let me see. Let me go back a little bit. Yoel Alvarez, he beat with a KO, TKO ground and pound. He's 19-1 at the time. Christos Gygos, KO, TKO. It was 19-7 at the time. Left hook, the ground strikes. This kid's got power in his hands. He's got heavy hands. He beat my man Matt the Steamroller Favola 2 years, 4 months ago, 8-1. He was 8-0 at the time, 8-0-1 at the time, Favola, and he lost Armin. So we all know how much of a savage fucking Steamroller is. He's got a lot of fans in the rush hour and fans and friends in the rush hour fight club community, rush hour MMA, now rush hour fight club community. He's got all of us. Jay did an interview with him. I hope to interview him soon. Not interview him, but have a podcast, match up some fatties, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll have Jay on and do it with me. I was thinking about having certain people on with me, like 3 or 4 people on with me to talk to pro fighters, because I got some pro fighters coming on. I'm looking at studios right now. Even though I have a studio, I just want a studio where people can come and I don't know, have a couple drinks or do whatever the fuck they want to do, whatever makes them relax and open up. But I'm leaning. Hold on a second. Silva. So then he lost Ricky Glenn, left hook to flurries or punches. He lost to Ricky Glenn at 1 year, 11 months ago, 21-6 at the time. This is Silva. I lost Hapakasast Nasrat, KO, TKO, overhand left. So he took 2 fucking knockouts in a row, and then came back 8 months. Hold on, let me see. 1 year. So he came back like a year later, a little over a year, a little under a year, which you should do anyways, and did a flying knee and punches and KO'd Jesse Ronson, who's 21-10 at the time. So you know what? You never know. You just never know. But I'm leaning right here. My man Armin right there. That's a co-main event. Then we got the main event, Marvin Vettori versus Jared Cannonier. I'm leaning Jared Cannonier. 3-2 in his last 5. We all know who he lost to. It's not like he lost to bums. You know what I mean? They're all tough guys. Vettori, good wrestler, strong guy, got a good chin. 3-2, not bad. He lost to a lot of, top 5. He's in the top 5 himself. He's 4th, and Cannonier's 3rd. I could see Cannonier knocking Vettori out. I could see it. Plus 125 for Cannonier. A live dog, in my opinion, 16-6. Ranked 3rd. I mean, you don't get ranked 3rd in the middleweight for nothing. Believe me, you got to earn that. 19-5-1 for Vettori. Minus 150 from Italy. I like Cannonier's reach in this one, 3.5-inch reach. And I just like Cannonier, period. I don't have no hate or anything for Vettori. But I think you need to stop eating all that pasta you eat every day. And I'm not going against your culture because I'm 30% Sicilian. I grew up with a bunch of Italians. You know what I mean? My wife's Italian. And a lot of my dearest friends were Italian and are Italian. Irish, Black American, Asian, Latino, like it goes on and on and on. But this one is basically a 50-50 people. We all know Cannonier could drop him. He has the power to drop anybody. It's just he was gun shy versus Izzy, in my opinion. And Izzy was staying on the outside like you're supposed to fucking do anyways. So people don't understand. Boring fight. No, it's a technically sound chess match. It's the highest level. If you go through a whole fight without getting hit that much at all, or not getting hit at all, you're an elite fighter. Look at what Roy Jones did. I think it was Boom Boom Mancini. That was the first time Boom Boom Mancini never landed a punch in a round. It might have even been 3 rounds or 2 rounds. I forget. That was like a lopsided fight. Go back and go check that fight out. Go check out the first round of that fight. Boom Boom Mancini is a legend. I don't know if it was Boom Boom Mancini or yeah, it was Boom Boom Mancini. I was gonna say Hector Camacho, but no, he would have landed a punch. Boom Boom Mancini was at the end of his career, but Roy Jones made a lot of people look silly. Really did. I'm leaning Cannonier here. I like to see Vettori go on a run. I'd like to see Cannonier go on a run. I like to see both these guys go on a run. You know, you got to give these guys credit. They're always willing to fucking fight. You know what I mean? You know, like Dana White says, you know, all these guys say they'll fight anybody and this and that, right? But, you know, it's really not like that because some guys are trying to protect their records. And I understand that, I guess. But me, I've always wanted to fight the toughest guys and stuff, no matter what. When I spar, I always spar with really good fucking fighters, man. I never spar with fucking guys that were less than me. I always spar with guys that were better than me, like in the ring, supposedly, you know what I mean? But I never got dropped. I never been owned. And I wasn't going in there to hurt them anyways. They weren't coming in to hurt me either. So let's be fair. It was just sparring guys I knew and for their fights. And you know, a lot of people don't got no balls to get in the fucking ring and spar if they're not fucking, you know, if they're not in a fucking boxing gym all the time. But I was in boxing gyms a lot. And I've sparred enough in my life, and I've fought amateur fights where it's fucking exciting for me. I just love the fucking fuck around and spar and not go to fucking jail. You know what I mean? Get bailed out. Billy McCarthy, what's happening? We got a local in the house. Boston, Rizzo. Rizzo's from fucking up there, and Billy McCarthy, from Facebook. It wasn't Boom Boom NC. See what I mean? Thank you, Billy. Vinny Pazienza. Yep, Vinny Paz. And for Vinny Paz not to land a fucking punch, it's pretty fucking, see, I'm glad I didn't commit to that. I didn't commit. I said, I'm pretty sure. But he's right. Vinny Pazienza. You know, people always talk about, people don't realize Ireland and Italy had elite fighters in the 20s, the 1910s, the 1920s, the 1930s, 1940s, and then it started going, you know, like different directions. You know what I mean? History always repeats itself, comes back and forth. Thank you, Billy. Thank you for giving me that fucking, I don't Google shit, bro. That's why I didn't commit to it. But there's a lot of people that can say, oh, this one fought this one. And I'm going to fucking say, oh, no, that wasn't true. So I appreciate you doing that, Billy. And Billy, you're always welcome on here. I told you that a long time ago, brother. I could teach you how to do your podcast, anything like that, because you're a knowledgeable boxing fan. This man is a boxing fan right here. Very, very, just like me, passionate boxing fan, because where we grew up in this area, it was boxing. You know what I mean? Anyone who don't like MMA, though, I don't know if Billy likes MMA. I'm pretty sure he does. Elite fucking mixed martial arts is like an elite street fight. But even better because there's honor at the most times. There's honor, there's respect. Everyone shakes the corner's hands, just like boxing, you know what I mean? But there's just more honor and respect because mixed martial arts, let's face it, it's, just like boxing, just like fighting, just like life, just like business, anything in life is mental. If you have a mental capacity, if you have fucking, and it's not even being conceited, it's being convinced. If you have one little speck of doubt, you're going to lose a fight, you're going to lose that fucking fight. And I promise you that. If you go into a fight thinking no doubt you're not going to lose, you're not going to fucking lose. It's almost like when you go to bed and you say, I got to wake up at 4:30. I got to wake up at 4:30. I got to wake up at 4 in the morning. I got to wake up at 4 in the morning, right? You don't even need an alarm clock. You know why? Because you wake up at 4 o'clock or 4:30. Your mind, boom, you'll wake right the fuck up. So everything is preordained if you put it in your brain. No bullshit. They say we only use 10% of our brain. I don't know about that. I got data overpouring in my head right now for a long time. Sometimes I got to take a couple days and take a step back and absorb that shit because I'm always writing and shit. And that's why I recommend a lot of people, your ideas that you have in your days, ideas come to you and then you'll never remember them at night. You know what I mean? So write them down on your notes, write them down. Always have books. I get so many books. I don't got to prove it, but I can there's so many books here. I'm always writing shit down. I got books for my third album. I got one book for that. Writing my tracks for that horrorcore rap album. And I'm doing a fucking acoustic. I'm doing like an acoustic. How can I say it? I'm not doing country music. I'm doing like 6 covers that I believe that have never been covered, that need to be covered. And I'm going to do them in a slower way. And I'm going to do 6 originals or something like that. But first of all is the rap album. The third album that I started in 2016. And I was just taking my time on that one. In 2018, I was coming off all the pain meds till now. And I don't know. I love music. I didn't want to be too erratic. When I did my first 2 albums, I was fucking on so much. And I don't blame drugs for anything. I needed them for the injury I had. It helped me. And, even then I was a high function, like painkillers and breakthrough painkillers I was prescribed and Xanny bars. Like that shit would make me go up. It wouldn't make me go down. I wouldn't be fucking doing the dope fiend lean or anything like that. I'd be wide awake. And that's why I liked them. They made me feel down and fucking all fucked up and shit. I remember I never did a pill till the year 2000. I was always against that shit. Just drinking and sniffing cocaine and acid mescaline and shrooms in the 80s, you know what I mean, in the 90s. And that was it. 2001, it was over. 2001. I haven't had a hangover since then. 63 months off all those pain meds, not even an urge. So if I could do it, people, you guys could do it. Anyone out there that's struggling with that shit, get at me, man. Fucking, I'll help you out, man. I'll definitely hear you out, and I'll just give you my way of doing things. You know what I mean? But I don't want to go to ANA or I didn't want like the methadone clinic the first 10 months. I'm like, I don't like taking orders from nobody. I don't like answering to nobody because I'm not fucking incompetent. So I'm very fucking not lazy and very knowledgeable about a lot of things in life. So I just don't want to answer to people. So I went on that for 10 months, came off it in 26 days, and that was that. You know what I mean? I wasn't sick, none of that bullshit. And it's not bullshit. You really are sick. But no, I wasn't sick at all. I came down 5 milligrams a day, 130 milligrams, 5 milligrams a day for 26 days. And I went into the gym that day. My last 5 milligrams, I didn't even want to go get the last 5, but my wife made me. And I went to the gym that day, and I haven't stopped training since then because I was so heavy. I was embarrassed. I let myself go for like 1.5 years or 2 years. Everyone knows this story that knows me, but knows of me or whatever the fuck. I've never been that heavy in my life, 325 plus. I used to wear these long T-shirts, to try to hide my stomach. Who the fuck was I fooling? You can see it from the side view, or you can probably even see it from the front view. I don't know. I think I was perpetrating a fraud on myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed because I've always been in good shape my whole fucking life. And not saying I wasn't in good shape. I'm saying I probably would have fucking been like one of those front runners. You know what I mean? First round, fucking very aggressive. And if I didn't catch you, I would have been going to deep waters, fucking breathing fucking really hard. And I don't breathe hard. Like it's to even smoke a weed. I run, I do full body workouts, whether it be at the gym or at the fucking park or anywhere I train. And then full body workout, then I fucking run again, like or wind sprints or whatever. I never had no wind problems except for probably when I let myself go a little bit. I would go hit the heavy bag for half an hour straight without a fucking break. So if you go half an hour straight without fucking taking a break, you could go into deep waters with anybody. Right now, I feel I'd go like fucking 24 rounds if I had to, you know. I want to get a sponsorship, right? A-Dog, Adidas, Street for the Stripes, fuck Nikes. Hey, finance my trip to every epic elite gym in America and Mexico and Canada. We'll stay in North America. We even go down to South America. I'll spar with every fucking heavyweight prospect or pro. And I'll spar with every mixed martial artist just to show people age don't mean shit. And I'm not going in there to beat these guys, just going in there to work with them. But I'll show people how fast a 52-year-old guy is and how hard I hit and all that stuff. Because you know what? Anyone else could do it. It's a mindset. I know punches are born. I know that. I think I probably got my punching fucking power probably from being a pitcher and the speed that God gave me, blessed me with, because I was always really fast as a young kid. Maybe that's what it and the explosiveness that God gave me, you know, God-given talent, or it's the genes that my mother and father gave me, I guess. Whatever you want to fucking call it. I think it's just gifts from God, honestly. That's just me. But I don't preach that. None of that to nobody. I don't even preach it to anybody. I'm not going to preach it to nobody. It wasn't preached to me. I do read this daily. It's called Jesus Listens. I've read the Bible like 3-4 times in my life, you know. It's hard to understand it all, you know what I mean? So this lady, Sarah Young, this ain't her only book. It just, you read one page a day, and it gives you the date and all that stuff. It just makes you understand the Bible better. At the bottom, it'll show you where the 3 paragraphs come from, what are chapters in the Bible and all that stuff. And she tries to break it down to you in the best way even a knucklehead like me can understand. You know what I mean? Even though I've read over 1,000 books, I can understand them perfectly. It's never been a problem of education and being smart. It's just I didn't like fucking authority figures as a kid. And once they took sports from me, it was definitely all over. I was going to make fucking money every day. So that's just the God's honest truth. Why am I going to stay there with a teacher that's fucking retiring next year? All of them were too. Why am I going to stay there when I go leave the school, walk right behind the school, cut through the park and go to the front where all of my friends are hanging and with my 100 joints down my pants, right? And go make money. Buds. If you have buds on your tray, eat them. This is the best thing on the planet for like creativity, inflammation, a really big thing, because a lot of people die from inflammation, you know, when they get older, you know what I mean? So inflammation from a lot of things. All right, let me see. Rizzo, what's up, brother? I'm glad you're in here. AJ, obviously, from Jersey. My man Idaho from Idaho. Cigarweed, Rush Hour, Mod Skate, and Billy McCarthy from the 617, I'm pretty sure. You are welcome, my friend. Anytime, brother Billy. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I really do, Billy. Anytime you want to jump in there, bro, you can, brother. I can fit 10 people in there. And Thursdays, I got my friend Jay that comes on. I think Idaho jumps in, and all good people. You know what I mean? There is no arguments. There's none of that shit. Everyone is just gets along, and everyone agrees to disagree. You know what I mean? Who do you like in Crawford Spence, Billy? I think Crawford. I think Crawford beats Spence, even though Spence could beat Crawford too. I think Crawford beats Canelo, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't know. All these guys should be fighting each other and make as much money as they can. I don't want to see anyone die without money like Muhammad Ali up there, or Marvin Hagler did the right thing. He got out of fucking boxing. He had like 52 million in the bank. Went to Italy and became a B movie star over there. And yeah, it's a shame Marvin Hagler's gone, because I wanted him first on my podcast, really, honestly, when I really do it, like, for real. You know what I mean? I was just learning. Okay, check this out, people. Let's check these out real quick. I just want to show people my that's the second one. All right, so these are the last fights right here. The last Stevenson, Joyce Zhang, Holloway. See all these cards, okay? This is the last, I would say, 2-3 months, I would say, or maybe 2 months. Okay, as you can see, second degree brown belt. Been a member since 7/23/2021. So yeah, in July, yeah, next month will be 2 years. But you got to understand something, okay? So 57% basically, right? 931 wins, 705 losses, 21, headbutts or fucking draws or no contests, right? So I got 225 wins over losses. So, look at this. Last week sucked. 4 out of 11, all right? The UFC event before that, Kai Kara France, who got robbed, I believe, 6 out of 13. That would have been 7 out of 13. Okay, so kind of cold the last 2 events, all right? 1 Friday fights, 1 and 2. And even though there's fucking 15, 16, 18 fights on every Friday morning card, Muay Thai, the only guys I pick are the ones I know. I probably know about 25, 30% of that roster. 2 out of 2. The one before, Haney Lomachenko, 2 out of 3. Boxing, I'm like 90%. 100% I was. And then I think I lost a couple fights. UFC Fight Night Dern, 7 out of 12. You know what I mean? What the fuck is this? About 0 out of 1, 0 out of 1. I was 222nd out of 222 people. But here's the good one, right? Hey, let me see here. Nope, not on that. It'll be on this one down here somewhere. Okay, I'm just trying to show people my picks, right? 7 out of 11, that's 7 and 4, right? 2,100 out of fucking, so 2,200 basically. Yeah, 2,199 out of 4,061. Now, I want to let people know out there, the top 25 pickers in fucking Tapology are all UFC pro fighters. All right, so Bellator, I have a better pick rate than any. 7 out of 14, so that was a 500 night, 7 and 7. 108th out of 1,006. So I'd rather be in the top 100 than fucking, that's the top 10%, right? Canelo versus Ryder, 3 out of 3. See, boxing I can pick so easy. It's really easy. Boxing's easy for me. Cejudo Sterling, 8 out of 12. 1,252nd place out of 5,300 people. You know what I mean? So, like I was telling Palman the other night, man, I was fucking horrible. He said, he was horrible. I go, we were all fucking horrible. Like, even Idaho will tell you, he comes in the top 3 or first place. But the next fucking week, he'll be way down at the bottom. It's like MMA is very unpredictable. Risen, 0 and 1. You know what I mean? The only reason I picked that fight is because I knew both fighters. Won championships, 5 out of 7. That was Johnson, Mighty Mouse in my top 5 mixed martial arts of all time. Demetrius Johnson versus Morales 3, 5 out of 7. So I was 5-2 there. 750th out of 1,200, so 1,300 people. So yeah, pretty good. Song versus Simon, I was 9 out of 11. All right, so 9-2. Look at this, 23rd. I was in the top 25 out of 4,100 people. All right, so like you get hot, you get cold. 6 out of 11, so I was 6-5 on the Bellator starts and Apache mix. I was 873rd out of 1,190, which ain't that fucking great, but it's still good. Is that 5-11? That might be 5-11. Fight night, Pavlich versus Blades. I was 5-11. That was a horrible night. 1,544th out of 4,500. So basically, it really wasn't. 6-9, Bellator card. 6-3, 335th place out of 1,205. 7-14 for Holloway versus Allen. 7-7. 1,463 out of 4,750. Okay, 1-3 for Joyce and Zhang, which I think I had Zhang in that fight. I might be wrong though. That was a semi-perfect pick for 75%. That's boxing. Zhang's going to be a problem. Stevenson and Yoshino, 1-2. 267th out of 313. See, all in boxing, all I'm gonna do is pick like the co-main and the main. Only on like I didn't even take Brona this week. Actually, I went against Brona. I was shocked he lasted that whole fucking fight. That looked like a fucking barbecue at that fucking Don King event. I was like, check your bag, Brona. Make sure all those checks fucking clear. You say he gave you a bag, make sure of it. I'm sure he did. And I said, that lawyer you beat up, you might need him at a weekend in fucking Miami, dude. Especially with Don King there. He might set you up like he'd set up Tyson. Like, fuck Don King. He's a fucking reptilian anyways. But one thing about him, he definitely gave us a lot of great fights. Okay, so let me see here. So here's the month or two prior. This is like how far it goes back. Pereira Adesanya 2, okay? And it goes all the way from Beta to that was an epic fucking fight right there. Fedor. Beta versus Fedor 2. That's when Fedor retired. Okay, so 8-12 UFC Pereira Adesanya 2. I did take Pereira. So I would have been 9-12. So anyways, 8-3. 246th place out of fucking 5,978. So out of almost 6,000 people, 246. That's pretty good. Especially in Tapology. Shout out to Tapology out there, people. Anyone likes finding every fight out there, go check out fucking Tapology, honestly. And come over to Rush Hour Fight Club and join the Savages over there. All of us rank the fuck up and enjoy the fights with passionate fight fans. You know what I mean? So regular season PFL fail 5-11. No elbows. How the fuck do you call that fucking mixed martial arts? It's 8 limbs. 5-11, so 5-6. Horrible. I think that's 8-15. Bellator, Gomes versus James, 400, second place at 1,195, so 1,200. Yeah, so I was in the top 1/3. Plant and Benavidez 1-2. 7-3. Fight night Vera Sandhagen 1-3. Superlek Williams 1. That's Muay Thai. 7-15. So I was 7-8 on this one. Edwards Usman 3. 3,999 place. So might as well make me 4,000th place out of 4,000 place out of 51.45. Fight night, Jan versus Deval, 6-13. Another 6-7 par 500. Bellator, Usman, who I knew was going to beat my man Benson Henderson, one of my favorite. Benson Henderson, 7-10, 7-3, 820th place out of 1,474. About say in the top 50%. Topology on that one. And this was boxing right here. I'm pretty sure 2-2. 2-2. Jones versus Gahn, 10-14. So I was 10-4, 605 points, 3,411 out of 6,000. I'm pretty sure 5,931. I'm pretty sure that is. That's not bad. You know what I mean? 605 points is really good. Actually, 10-4 is really good. PFL, 4 out of 4. So 4-0. 113th place out of 530. I ain't touching one again unless it's Francis Ngannou or a few other picks, a few other guys. It's like a handful of guys I like in PFL. Friday fights. Friday fights, 1 out of 1. See, I'm not going to pick a lot of fights in those. Munoz and Allen. But UFC, I'll pick every card. Bellator, I'll pick every fight. UFC, I'll pick every fight. Munoz versus Allen, 5 out of 10, so 5-5. Not that great, just subpar. Amazon versus Storley, Bellator, 6 out of 8, so 6-2. Fight night, Andrade versus Blanchfield, 6-11, so 6-5. Not bad, not horrible, but UFC 260, 284. I think it's 284. Makachev versus Volkanovski, 6-13, so 6-7. Yeah, I had Volkanovski in that fight. 1-2 Friday night fights. And Lewis versus Spivak, 7-4, 919 place out of 4,007. And Bellator, Beta versus Vitor, the legend, 6 out of 14, so 6-8. Yeah, not too good. I took Fedor on that. I thought Fedor was going to get revenge, but it was just a payday for him, and Fedor's the man. So let me get to some comments because I don't want to leave anyone in the fucking dust. Thanks a lot, Idaho. I appreciate it. Okay, no more. Anyone wants to put it? Any questions or answers? Anything Q&As? Anything? Let me know. I can type it in there for you guys to fucking see it. I want to give a shout out to all the countries out there that are checking out my audio version. Podcast is doing really well. Every freaking countries I never thought that would support me at all. Never. Maybe they just make fun of my accent being from fucking this area. We don't pronounce Oz. I don't even like fucking typing or writing Oz. I don't write Oz when I'm writing music because when I'm writing 16 bars for a track, for a verse, I mean, and then on a chorus or whatever, you're going to know where the fuck I'm from. Representing Southwest Quincy, all of Quincy, actually, all 13 boroughs of Quincy, and all of Boston, all the boroughs in Boston, 2 cities connected. More history here than I would say even New York. I would say more than New York. More history. More American history. Hope everyone's good out there. I was going to say, so Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, those are guaranteed days. Picks. Thursdays or Fridays, make our legit picks. Usually Fridays on Savage Inc. picks. I'm going to give you my my straight up picks. So as you can see, if I keep going back all the way to July of 2021, it's I think what did they say? What did John Anik say? He said that that professional bettors are like 53% or something, or 55% or something like that. Somewhere around there. It's like a little over 50%. So it's a little over 50-50. You know what I mean? All I know is I definitely do my homework. I definitely know most of these fighters on the UFC roster. I definitely know most of the boxers on the roster, the elite boxers, the pros. I like to watch amateur boxing too to see the talent that's coming up. Just like I like to watch Dana White Contender Series. I don't really like watching tough no more. There's too much drama in the house. I can't deal with drama, and it's fucking immaturity. And I bet you if I was that age too, I'd be doing the same fucking shit. So I'm not hating on the kids, or I give them a lot of credit for going there for 6 weeks and going away from their family and chasing their dreams as a fighter. I respect all of yous, but I don't know. Like some of them were really good. Some of those toughs were really fucking good. Ultimate Fighter challenges, you know what I mean? Ultimate Fighter Championship. Some of them were epic back in the days, you know what I mean? And but Dana White Contender Series is really good. Like you see why UFC is elite out of all the mixed martial arts promotions in America. It's because he constantly has more people. He has 800 plus fucking guys on the roster, women too. I mean, and you got these younger fighters coming up that are just keep getting better and better and better. It's a really good time to be a mixed martial arts fan. Boxing fan, I'll always be a boxing fan. I go back and watch old fights, so it don't fucking matter to me. If these people don't want to fight each other, it's a shame. But I think we got a lot of good fights this year coming up. There's a lot of them already that are signed. There's a few that need to happen. Tyson Fury needs to fight Usyk, unify the heavyweight belts. And there's a lot of good fights that can be made at heavyweight. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great fights that can be made down at fucking in the lighter weights, middleweight, and lighter weights, featherweight, fucking 130, 135 pounds. Every 5 pounds, every 10 pounds, whatever. There's belts in and there's fucking 10 belts. I think there's 10 belts in every fucking division now. It's like, where are these silver fucking belts, silver cup belts coming from and shit? This ain't silver mittens and golden gloves. This is fucking, I would honestly say golden gloves is harder than pro fighting. Because golden gloves, the people I know that won golden gloves, they had to fight 7 times in a week, 3 times in a day sometimes. You know what I mean? And amateur fighters are very hungry, very hungry. It's not like the pros, you know, it's like once you get that belt or whatever, or once you start making a lot of money, like Marvin Hagler always said, it's hard to get out of silk sheets at 4 a.m. to go run when you get a couple million in the bank. And he's right about that. That's why he would isolate himself at the end of P-Town. That, if people don't know, that's the end of Cape Cod. And where The Shining, the movie The Shining was filmed. And he rent that space out down there. He'd be down there with a couple trainers and a couple bringing sparring partners. And he'd isolate himself and take it out on his fucking opponents, because being in the city, man, I'd train all week, fuck all kinds of shit. I just did it for training, honestly. I just did it for the training. And I'd party every weekend. But I wish I would have listened to my fucking trainers, my first trainer, my second trainer. I wish I would have listened to them guys. You know what I mean? I really do. But still had a lot of fun down the boxing gyms, always. It's the best workout you can do. Sparring, really good fighters, and you just push yourself, you know what I mean? Push yourself. I knew guys that were, so-called tough guys that would never get in the ring with most fighters. Like a heavyweight, that's all big muscle behind, all roided out. A middleweight would make him look sick in the ring. I'm just being honest. He really would. You got to put yourself to the test. That's the only way you're going to know. It's the only way you're going to absorb confidence and all that stuff, people. You young fighters out there, train hard. And these fighters that lose and stuff, right? You fighters that lose, I want to give Teofimo Lopez credit for coming back and winning a tough fight versus a tough kid. with your father, his father, people are giving his father a hard time, but if it wasn't for his father, he would never got that Loma fight. His father asked for that fight for 4 fucking years, and he knew his son could beat him. And I was really surprised when Loma lost that fight. I really was. I was very surprised. So no one else could fucking do it, and Lopez did it. And I'm happy for Lopez. I am. When you're dealing with your father, it's a different thing in a training thing, but it does work. It works with certain fighters. It works, and it doesn't work. It has its benefits. It has its, just like anything else in life. You know what I mean? You got to take the good with the bad. But there is no excuses in this game. There's no excuses. I think that's the whole card. And Thursday, I'm gonna bring up boxing. Who did Broner call out? He called Rolly. I thought that was a smart move. I didn't think it was a smart move calling out Haney or fucking Tank Davis or Shakur Stevenson. I mean, they're on a whole nother level, Broner. Until you get back to definitely elite boxer. When you're in shape and you're not out there fucking around and really taking it seriously, I was hoping you'd win this fight. You know what I mean? I really was. I hope you could stay, get a good momentum going, and maybe they offer you fucking 20, 30, 40, 50 million for the next fight. Maybe you win the next 5 fights and get in great shape. And before you want to go fight Tank Davis or an elite counter puncher like he is, that actually has power, delayed reaction, fucking body shots. I love it. Everyone thinks punching in the back is the liver. Well, that's where you're going to hit it really clean, but you can hit it right through the ribs, at the bottom of the ribs, right here, all across. It's like behind your kidney. You know what I mean? So it's right here, and it's just a little longer than your kidney, but it does wrap around your back a little bit. So, if you can hit that spot, you keep hitting that body, even hitting arms. Like someone was saying, I wonder if those leg kicks or punches hurt the arms. Of course they fucking do. You hit the arms enough, you ain't going to be able to throw those arms no more. Especially the ones with the big biceps. Like biceps are for show, triceps are to go. Always remember that. That's a true quote. Eddie Silva used to say that to me. Eddie Silva's probably one of the toughest guys I fucking know. And not only the toughest, smartest. I seen a roid head come out of the hole and want to fight him. I go, this dude's all done. He has no idea what he's getting himself into. I give him a lot of credit for coming out of the hole and even fucking wanting to fight Eddie. And Eddie was like 60 years old at the time. But Eddie Silva's a savage. He just stepped back after the punch was thrown, and just straight right or straight left, I forget. Bang, right down the middle like a fastball. Out cold, snoring. And the kid apologized after. It was all good. He went back down the hole and worked. And I actually liked that kid too. You know what I mean? So I liked him. I liked his brother. I wasn't there, but I heard what happened. I heard it from reputable people and people that I trust. You know what I mean? And there's no reason for Eddie to lie anyways. You know what I mean? He wasn't bragging about it anyways. I knew that was a mistake. I knew that was a mistake, though. I couldn't fucking believe it. People think they're going to take our union over back then. Like Southie tried to. They all tried to. It's never going to fucking happen. So, yeah, 931 not losses. 931 wins, 705 losses. So 225 or 224 wins more than losses. Brown belt in less than 2 years. I'm almost on my black belt. And then they got like 4 more belts after that. Yeah, Tapology is pretty cool, man. You get every fight almost on every mixed martial arts promotion, on almost every boxing promotion, on every BJJ, grappling, wrestling, freak shows, circus shows too. They got everything in there. They do a good job. It's not an easy thing to do, keep track of everyone's shit. But with computers and AI and all this shit, I guess it's really fucking easy. A lot of people are losing jobs because of AI people. A lot of people are gaining jobs because of AI too. So it all balances itself out. I think technology is going to help a lot of people. It's going to help a lot of us. Follow your passions, people, man. Honestly, follow your passions. Like, I'm not getting paid to do this, even though I am getting paid. I'm monetized on. I'm not even on social media that much, hardly ever. I'm only on there to promote shit that I do. But I'm monetized on IG. I'm monetized on fucking Facebook. I'm monetized on. I can be monetized on Twitter if I want. So like all those things, I'm gonna have someone else do for me, and DMs and things like that. I'll go over those with the person who takes care of that for me. And I'm going to look at studios this week and look into release a studio where I could have people come by anytime they want and do really brutally honest, long form podcasts. And I'm definitely not going to stop talking fights either. But my main passion is podcasting and talking to people that inspired me and inspirational people out there that have beaten the odds and without selling their souls. You know what I mean? Without selling their fucking souls. And I just want people to be able to watch things a couple years from now or whatever the fuck, right? And be inspired. Because I'll tell you one thing, the past 63 months, the first 28 months or whatever, first 2 years, whatever the fuck, right? I was watching podcasts, hotboxing the first 2 seasons when the co-host was Evan Britton, who I thought brought the best out of Mike Tyson. He was coming off a lot of pills. Mike Tyson at that time, just when I was getting off all the pills, they were all prescribed to me, just so people know. And it was just good to hear people talking about it. You know what I mean? And I understand why people go to NA and NA. I definitely understand that, but I don't want no sympathy for shit I've done to myself. You know what I mean? Even though I mean, no one forced that shit down my mouth. No one forced me to go fill those prescriptions. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit there and cry. But if it works for people, if it keeps them sober and alive, hey, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I just ain't fucking being judged by nobody because I know no one can judge me. I know no one can judge any of yous out there. Your peers, teamwork makes the dream work. You need to get people. You can do it on your own too, and I do it on my own. I do a lot of things on my own because I don't trust a lot of fucking people out there, and there's reasons for that. And it's not my fucking fault. It's their fucking fault. There's a lot of fucking people with big mouths out there, but when they see you, they turn white as a fucking ghost. I can see it right through their fucking eyes. They get scared. I can see the fucking weakness right through their iris, right through their eyes. I can see it. They don't want to be there. They're wishing, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, but yeah, real recognize real. You know what? Talk's cheap anyways. Actions speak louder than words. I don't make threats. I make promises. So that's why I don't threaten people. You know what I mean? If I have a promise on, I just go up and handle it. Nip it in the bud. You're better off. Don't let people run space in your head. Leave that shit alone, people. Do not let no one fucking judge you. Don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about you. If you have self-respect for yourself and you know what you're made of, if you know you're a fucking man, you know you're a fucking stand-up guy, you know you have a good heart, you know you have morals, you know women and children are off limits, you know elderly are off limits, you know harmless people are off limits. You don't gotta be a tough guy to be a good person. You could be the frailest motherfucker in the world. We used to have a bunch of savages hanging out all the time, but there was always guys there that didn't fight, but we still needed them there because they were good people. And they go do missions and runs for us to get booze and shit like that. And not only that, they liked the same music. They came to concerts with us, all kinds of shit. They were friends, you know what I mean? And still to this day. Yeah, you don't have to be a tough guy to be a good person. I just think fighting should be talked about by people who have actually fought. Even if you haven't fought, you have a passion for it. And you have a knowledge and you love to watch fights. I'm not talking about WWF, and I'm not saying those guys don't do a lot of shit. They do. They definitely hurt their bodies and they definitely put in the grind. I'm not going to say it's not physically challenging. I'm sure it fucking is. But real fights is what it's all about. And if one day I find out that the UFC is all fixed, I'm going to be fucking livid. Livid. I'm gonna be saying that motherfucker's putrid. I don't think it is, but anything could be done in fighting, and the fight game is a fucking dirty business. I don't care where the fuck you are. They chew you up and spit you out. Once they can't make money off you no more, they spit you the fuck out. And we all know in the UFC, just say the UFC, just quote unquote, right? How many people in the UFC that were in the 90s and maybe early 2000s, 90s to the early 2000s, who are still relevant to this day and still making money? Invested their money right into real estate, cafes, just sustainable money, putting people to work, paying them good money. What's the percentage? Really think about it. You got Holly Holmes, Conor McGregor, right? Because he made a lot of money, and I don't even like Conor McGregor, but Holly Holmes, Conor McGregor, John Jones, Khabib, Tony Ferguson's made a lot of money. Anderson Silva, Demetrius Johnson is fucking making bags right now. Francis Ngannou stood his ground. Izzy's making a lot of money. But I'm just trying to think old school. Chuck Liddell made a lot of money. Chael Sonnen's made a lot of money. He's smart. He knows what to do with his money. And he robbed a lot of fucking banks' money too. White collar crime. That's why they call him the gangster. The West, Southwest, Midwest gangster, he calls himself, I think. He's a funny prick, Chael Sonnen. Yeah, so there's a very small amount of people that made a lot. GSP, he's made a lot of money. Nunez just retired. She made a lot of fucking money, and she put her money in. They definitely invested their money. Yeah, there's people, you have to invest your money. People with Dana White privilege, like O'Malley, fucking McGregor, all these people. I mean, they made a lot of money. Look at Khabib. Didn't talk no shit at all. But when he did talk shit, he actually backed it up. You know what I mean? When he said, I'm going to smash you tomorrow night, I'm going to smash your boy, right? Exactly what the fuck he did. And that's the only reason I don't like Conor. It's like he flew over 5,000 people from Ireland after talking all that shit. And then he taps, he gives up. I don't give a fuck. Go to sleep for 20 seconds. You only go to sleep. You're not going to fucking die. You're not going to die. Anyone knows it's been put to sleep. You go to sleep, you wake up, you don't lose no brain cells, I don't think. And if you do, it's minimal. And we're always creating new fucking brain cells, 400,000 a day. So it's up there. You can look it up. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't Google much shit. I don't fact check much shit. But unless all the shit I speak on is stuff that I definitely know in my head. And if I don't know for sure, I'll say I'm not positive. So don't quote me on it. You know what I mean? But everything I talk about life, it's very, 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 very true. There's nothing to lie about. But anyways, I'm gonna end this with you know what? I didn't do this today. I'm gonna read a prayer to everyone out there. It'll take 2 minutes, not even. Maybe some of these words might inspire some people out there in one way or another. Anytime I've prayed to God in tight situations, he's always helped me. I don't know if it was him. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was though. Okay, faithful God, help me to learn the secret of being content in any and every situation. Absolutely. Be comfortable in chaos. I realize that contentment training is a challenging process. Learn through enduring a wide range of difficulties. I thought I was fairly advanced in this training, but then the circumstances of my life got harder. On some days, I'm able to cope fairly well with all the stress. On other days, I just want out. I'm sure a lot of us feel that way, but don't worry about it. You'll get through it. You'll get through it, people. Please teach me how to handle the other days. And that definitely pertains to my life. I wake up every day blessed, honestly, but sometimes I do let small shit fucking bother me, and it's just small shit to a giant, and I should know that, but it happens. I am so grateful that I can pour out my heart to you, acknowledging how frustrated and upset I'm feeling. Just releasing those pent up feelings in your present does me a world of good. Knowing that you completely understand me and my circumstances encourages me even more. Lord, would you please deepen my awareness of your continual presence with me? I know I need to stay in communication with you, talking with you, bathing my mind and heart in scriptures that speak to my situation, and singing praises to your lips, singing praises to you lifts my spirit like nothing else. It is good to sing praises to your name, declaring your loving kindness in the morning and your faithfulness every night in your loving name, Jesus. Amen. Philippians 4:12, Psalms 62:8, Psalms 92:1, and I don't know what NKJV means. That's something I'm gonna have to look into. But yeah, I can resonate with a lot of that. Look, that's all. That's all there is. It's just one page for every day. That's it. But it tells you where these paragraphs come from, right? It tells you every chapter and every table of contents, basically. But I didn't read this today, so I figure, you know what? Why not? I'm not scared. I definitely ain't afraid. I definitely doesn't make me weak. Fuck that, man. I'm probably one of the most mentally and physically strong people I know. That's just the way you have that confidence in yourself. If you don't, you're not going to make it too far in life. I promise you that. Face your fears out there, people, because you'll realize that your fears that you were fearing, you'd be like, I can't believe I was fearing that shit. You know what I mean? You got to face your fears in life. Don't die with regrets. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. Don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. Do you. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Worry about what your peers think, but not even your peers. Because a lot of people will say, oh, the odds of that happening, misery needs company. And if you don't know that by now in your life, I feel bad for you. I really fucking do. Because it's a well-known fucking thing. Misery needs company. It's not like misery loves company. It needs it. It needs people to be miserable like them. And yeah, I was a product of my environment. I definitely was. But I could go back there in a half a second. I get medieval real quick. I don't ever want to go back there again. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to do it. I just don't. It's just a headache. And not only that, most people will tell on you. It's just the fucking cold facts. It's the cold facts, people. Let me see. I'm going to end this with a track. I'm just promoting fucking bands that probably haven't been promoted in so fucking long. It's ridiculous. And I put on my shit too that I did in the past and I'm working on right now. I'll have some shit to put up pretty soon. Put on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, all those places. Let me see. Oh, okay. You know what? They can't give me a hard time when I play my own music. So fuck it, I'll play my own music. We'll do a video that was done on Bruce Corner. 2 buildings up from where I lived for 10, 12 years. And I lived 10 years, 10 blocks away from there. That's where I grew up, Southwest Quincy, the line. So let me see here. Share screen. What the fuck? There we go. Okay. Share screen. Boom, boom, share screen. You guys can learn this. It's oh, you motherfucker. See, this is the shit. the little things you go through with this stuff. But it's all good. No, it ain't all good. Hold on. Remove. Let me see. Fuck. How the fuck did that even fucking happen? All right, here we go. Boom. This was done in 2011. It was this month, 2011. Or July. Where'd you hear the third album?
Alright, I'm leaving now. Thank you.
You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine.
Check it, Lizzo skins, you surprised? Sick pup, street team and shit. Sick pup, sick fucks. Legit, legit, legit. I let the power and the realness drive me, son. I made one CD, you think I'm fucking done? No such luck, schmucks. If I was you, I'd duck, duck, duck. I'm about to let you have it, done, done. Run, run, run. Forearm Nizzo, kick you in the chest with my mid-cut Adidas forearms. You don't want to be here when I'm done. Overcome, overcome. The sun's where I come from. Get guarding respect. I'm a veteran of this street game hustle. On the mic, I breed of shame. I got the muscle. Lame, lame, tame, tame. The beast they call Nizzo. Gonna be problems and you don't solve them. Toe tag shit evolving. I say that's a
You
problem.
wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine. I know these cats is hating, I know that they be waiting. I see they want the lettuce dog, be bringing home the bacon. I'm giving doctors patience, you think the dick is playing? We steady mobbing, you can drop off the basements. Calling up the mason, some man a Harper style. Some been going a while and I'll leave them bodies piles. They talk the jib and jabber, a Michael Jackson batter, a Thriller and Vanilla, and I'm climbing up the ladder. When you doing good, you know they coming out the wood. I know they think they can, I know they think they could. I got some baddest bitches, I got a yummy mistress. Ian Parrish make dough, strictly business. You strictly missing at the plate, you whipping. I'm on the hill, I'm that Cliff Lee bitchin'. So stop your little bitchin' before you end up missing. These pups congratulate, you pussies later hissing. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the
real
back
body
of trunks.
bag, too.
I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine.
That was funny making that album. I mean, making that video was fun. All right, people, thanks for joining. Billy, thanks for jumping in, brother. Rizzo, two guys from Massachusetts right here, Billy and Rizzo. Cigarweed, Idaho, my man, Skatesman, right? AJ, Northeast Beats from Jersey. And all the people that watch this after, which usually happens all the time. That's when I get most of my views, which is good. I don't care. All that matters to me is getting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and being monetized on YouTube too. Because once I'm monetized on YouTube, then I can combine them all, and it's a pretty good payday every month or every quarter, or whatever the fuck it is. But it's just a sustainable loop. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You put in the work, right? You deserve to get taken care of. And I believe anyone out there, if you just put in the work and get 0.1% better every time you do it, you'll definitely be all right. There'll be sponsorships out there. Tag like companies or businesses that you would promote yourself, that you enjoy yourself, that you would take yourself or whatever, fucking supplements, anything like that. Use your business mind, because once you do that free for businesses like that, they come running to you. They give you sponsorships, and then other companies see that and they come to you. I'm talking about big companies. I've been offered sponsorships, but it was for stuff I didn't believe in. It was like just stuff I'm not gonna promote to people out there when I'm brutally honest about everything. I can't fake it. I can't lie. Like, it's just not gonna happen. And it was short money too. So not only that, like, it's not even about the money. It's about dignity, honor, all that shit. All the good things, character, all the good character traits, and fearlessness. And if you want politically correct, you want perfect, you want all that stuff, go watch fucking mainstream media, go watch 4, 5, 7, go watch cable. And maybe you might get some fucking politically correct shit. I'm definitely not going to be politically correct. If they stop paying me really good, then I'll be a lot, I don't know, I try to, I'm definitely not trying to offend nobody. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. And if you feel like your feelings are being hurt, or you feel like you're getting triggered or whatever it's called, right? Just don't watch. You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely not trying to hurt your feelings. I definitely agree to disagree with everybody. There's no sense in arguing. There's no fucking reason to argue online. And people do it all the fucking time. That's why you never see me on social media. I don't go on social media and have long conversations with people, because that's not communication. It's good to see people that you haven't seen in a long time, or see family members, or whatever the fuck the case may be. It's good for older people, I guess. Older, you know what I mean? 70, 80 years old. Like, it's good for them to do it. Keeps them engaged, socializing, you know what I mean? I think socializing is very important for people out there. A lot of people going through depression out there. A lot of people going through mental stress. A lot of craziness from this past shutdown and shit. And I never let that shit bother me. It doesn't hurt people that done tied me for, because I just go out and run every morning and go train outside. I never wore a mask. I never did none of that shit. I just did my own thing. But when I walked in the stores and stuff, I wear masks just to be respectful of people. You know what I mean? Me, myself, I don't get sick that often. I got sick recently. I was off and on for like a month. And I don't think I gave myself enough time to rest and get it out of me. Anytime I get sick, it's once in a great while, or it's the change of weather. But I always go train figuring just to sweat it out of me, and, and feet are cold or feet up floor, whatever. If I eat a lot, I'll gain 10, 20 pounds in a fucking night. So I just got to watch what I eat. I eat like just twice a day, and very healthy, and a lot of water and a lot of iced coffee. Iced coffee definitely is my crutch and grass. But all that shit does for me is help me. It makes me relax, makes me humble. Mushrooms do that to me. Even clean acid or clean mescaline or anything like that. Even though you have to know where you get your acid or anything like that. Make sure you know where you get it from, and you make sure they've done it before you do it. But I've never had a problem with acid or anything like that. It just humbles me. It humbles me. I feel like I'm in God's presence, or not even in God's presence. I feel like there's a lot of shit going on that we don't see with our three-dimensional eyes. That's all it is. And you just feel humbled. You know what I mean? I do anyways. And I think mushrooms do that to you too. It makes you be one with the world, one with the earth. You know what I mean? I wish all the world leaders would take mushrooms. If you put a bunch of people in a room with alcohol, there's going to be fights, because people get liquid courage, right? Then you get a bunch of people in a room with grass. Everyone will be laughing and talking and joking, and there probably won't be many fights. But you put people in a room or in an outdoor setting with mushrooms and shamans, and people are very spiritual, and they know all the demons that are going to come out of you. I think they would see the world in a whole different whole different way. And we don't need war no more. That's the thing. We don't need war no more. We need what's good for our kids and their kids. That's what we need. So fighting is the perfect fucking thing for it. Mixed martial arts, boxing, obviously boxing has the most history in America, probably the most history in the world, other than China, 4,000 years old, right? America's only 400 plus years old, right? So almost 500 years. Yeah, boxing is the biggest history in American sports, combat sports. It's been going on since the 1800s, organized, you know, so even more than baseball, football, any of it. So boxing, that's why boxing always sells out. That's why boxing gets paid more. Do I believe mixed martial arts should be paid just as much as boxers, if not more? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But you gotta remember, boxing is a science, just like all these mixed martial arts. Every single one of them by themselves is a science. So when you round off every single, you cross every T, dot every I on your body, your fortress, in your mind. It's all mental. It's all mental out there, people. If you don't want to get punched in the face, you want to get kicked in the fucking head, you don't want to be able to do that too, go do BJJ, jiu-jitsu, or go do wrestling. Go wrestle. But I would definitely say BJJ because they're a very kind community, and you can learn how to fucking choke someone out. You can learn how to use people's weight against them, and it's all a balanced thing, and it's always constantly learning. You're always constantly learning BJJ, and it's just a good community. If you're going to be a fighter, I would say wrestling and boxing. Wrestling and boxing would be the main two, and obviously BJJ because it's getting so elite now, and even kickboxing and Muay Thai. Those five. That's my honest opinion. I don't know what other five to give you. Well, there's other mixed Tai Chi, Taekwondo, Judo. You're tossing people. They're all good. You know what I mean? I just think all fights start on the feet, even in mixed martial arts. So be good with your hands. Practice techniques with your hands. Your footwork is very important. Balance. That's why people don't want to train, because it's you're doing the same thing over and over every day. But that's what makes you really good at it. Just drilling it over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then that creates technique, and fundamentals just makes you fundamentally sound. You don't even have to think about it no more. You don't have to think about fucking being on balance, all that stuff. Because when you're with real trainers, they'll point out all your flaws. They'll give you all the good things you do too. And punches ain't born. No, they ain't. But you can become a really good puncher with technique and learning and doing it correctly every fucking day. Heavy hands, I highly recommend heavy hands. I highly recommend speed, like for speed. So explosive exercise like wind sprints and stuff like that, like 50 dashes, things like that, a couple times a week. You do a set of push-ups and the walk back, and you'll see your hands get faster, your body will get faster, just doing that alone. And shadow boxing with heavy hands, simulate fights like shadow boxing. If you do mixed martial arts, shadow boxing, throwing your hands, throwing leg kicks, moving your feet, geography, wherever your area is, wherever you're fighting in. Learn how to. That's why, trainers will tell you, get in the ring and shadow box and move around. I want to see you moving around, lateral, around in that ring, round. Stay on balance. You know what I mean? So it's all about footwork, and it's a lot of technical aspects. Fundamentals, road work, and technique. Make sure everything is perfect. Just like lifting weights. If you lift the weights to get big and get stronger, make sure you're doing every exercise correctly. Go get the Arnold Schwarzenegger encyclopedia. It's about that thick. I read it in like 89 and 90 or 91, in between 89 and 91. But that's the most informative book I've ever got on bodybuilding. And I was bodybuilding 5 years prior. I never took steroids. I never did a cycle of roids, not even a half a cycle. I just never needed them. I had plenty of testosterone. I still got plenty of testosterone. So, yeah, you just got to repeat. You just got to keep doing it over and over and over and over again, and do it correctly. That's the main thing. Hit every muscle group. I recommend body weight training. I recommend body weight training because you get really strong with body weight training. Pull-ups, do not make sure you do pull-ups. Make sure you do body hangs with pull-ups. Hang with your grip, strong grip, and hang. It'll stretch out your shoulders. It'll stretch out your rib cage, your pecs, everything. It'll stretch out everything, and your biceps will get a lot bigger doing pull-ups like this, pull-ups like this, superset them, quadruple set them with push-ups, dips, and jumping rope or shadow boxing or core. A lot of core training, a lot of abs. But everybody have a blessed day, blessed afternoon, blessed night. Thank you for everyone that joined. Subscribe, like, share, and it's all like Donkey Kong, people. Have a blessed